This is Frankie Abbruzzino with the Scoop News. Okay, we're a little Venice heavy today. I'm not sure a lot of news tends to happen here compared to the rest of the county. We had the structure fire, we had Carl the tennis bully, now the trolley, and we all thought it was dead. You know, they're spending, I think, close to 80,000. The numbers change, and it's funny. Hollick would change the numbers in the timeline constantly, and then he'll say, "You're lying about those numbers," because he keeps changing the timeline, which changes the dollar amount. So right now, I think it was something like $73,000, and it gave us, you've heard 6 weeks to 2 months, whatever the timeline is. It's expensive, and the idea was to alleviate parking. And they found that what most of us found after 2 years. It's a 3-year project where they study it. After 2 years, they discovered, wow, it's not alleviating any parking. It's actually become a tourist attraction. What a surprise! Um, you know, the conceptual idea, yeah, it just didn't work. And what they're thinking is now we want it to be like Siesta. The big difference is Siesta has an even worse parking problem. I think they're advertising the trolley service a little better, and I don't think it's designed around what people would construe as a tourist attraction around the city. So they should do what I said. I said, look, if we do have somewhat of a parking problem, especially with the Bank of America space between the post office there being taken up. I said, look, you got that park on the east side of the bridge, Venice Avenue Bridge. Why not go all out and this time make it very abundantly clear that people can park there and have a shuttle service, a golf cart, whatever you want, bringing them over and running on a regular basis, just going from that parking lot to Centennial Park, back and forth. Nowhere else. It's not a tourist attraction, but nobody listened to me. We're back to this traffic task force. Again, these advisory task force amaze me, planning committees, whatever you want to call them, because they're non-elected officials that are appointed by council members. Usually council members use whatever vote they have and say they're the authority, they've researched it, they've done their homework, and they use that as reasoning or logic to pass a vote. Even if it's not popular with the citizens, they can always say, oh, no, look, the planning committee, they said yes, so we're going to go with it. We don't want to go against them. And here we are again. Last week, Thursday, they came out and said, you know what? We like this thing. Let's see what we can do. So they're going to try to get funding through other sources versus the city. Somebody like the Chamber of Commerce or Main Street, see if they'll step up. Who knows? Maybe that's why they're coming against Main Street now, because they're not giving money back into the city, they say. That's going to be on their agenda on Tuesday. With their seafood festival, maybe they're going to say, hey, maybe you need to come up with more money for parking. I don't know. Maybe they're going to use that as leverage. So they're going to go to the MPO and they're going to ask them to see if they can subsidize it, because they're subsidizing the Siesta Key trolley, or see if they can do an RFP to a private operator. But we've had that before where, I forget the name of that company with the tennis courts, carts everywhere, and it was expensive. And I don't know if you're going to get that. They would like to see SCAT step up. SCAT's really changed their schedule a little bit. I don't think it's going to happen to the level that we need. So anyways, they're going to recommend back to the city manager that they move back forward with keeping the trolley, but look for other ways to subsidize it. But this is the same committee that said, oh, we can advertise on that and make up for the $80,000. And I'm thinking, wait a second, you're going to do advertising on there and you think you're going to cover $80,000 over a few weeks? Same committee, I believe. So bottom line is they're looking at bringing it back. A, it can't drive all around the city. B, do something like I said. You're not really with the trolley. Do something like the parking on the east side of the bridge. Have a golf cart, a large golf cart like the one that one company used to have, and just go back and forth between Centennial and there in the park there. Plenty of parking there. I always see spots open. That's my food for thought. This has been Frankie Abbruzzino with the Scoop News.